Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Wanjiru, and it's a wonderful Saturday morning. I am with a friend of mine, Wanjiru Wa Njuguna. Wanjiru Wa Njuguna, how are you doing?
Hi, Jagiru. I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm right. You like my friend Rix?
I love him. Oh my God. Wow, I love him. He looks so, edible.
Edible?
Yeah, very edible.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Rix. Are you going to, give me a through pass or something?
I'm not a pimp. I'm not a pimp.
I forgive you.
I'm not a pimp.
I forgive you.
You've been celibate for a whole year.
Yeah, I have. Well...
When you say you have been celibate for 3 years, what does that mean? You are using dildos?
No, it means I'm not having sex. It means I am not having sex. I'm in my celibacy journey and I'm abstaining. So I'm not seeing any man, no dildo. When you're using dildos, you're raping yourself. That's basically having sex.
When you're having a dildo, you're using a dildo, you're raping yourself?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're raping yourself? You're not raping yourself.
You're raping yourself, brother.
No.
You're having sex. Either way, you can't be celibate and you're using a dildo. So if you're using a dildo, you're having sex. Yes.
But you're not raping yourself?
It is. What is it?
Rape is having sex without consent.
So with a dildo, you're consenting to it?
Yeah.
So basically, you're not celibate.
When you power it on, that's consent.
Jagiru, you will not see heaven.
But let me ask you, I'm just wondering, by the way, how does the lipstick look? You put for me a lipstick. How does it look?
You look sexy, Jagiru. Why are you wiping your lips? You look sexy. People of the internet will tell you, you look nice. You look fine. But then, Jagiru, you look fine since the last time I saw you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I can see. Life is doing you good.
It's the YouTube money.
You know how money? Sasa unaweza nieka. You have money now.
Siwezi kukuweka.
Okay, Jagiru.
Me, I don't want... Women are very problematic.
What do you mean they're very problematic?
I think women in 2024 going forward are very problematic.
No.
I love women. Women are really good.
No, we are very...
Once you introduce them into your life, there is a lot of chaos.
No, we are very cutesy, modest, demure,
Demure?
Demure.
I remember that word. By the way, I see it trending on TikTok. What is it about?
It's saying somebody is basically modest in a shy way. They are very reserved and very cutesy. And women are like that. We are very demure.
I have no qualms with the women.
But you think we're problematic?
I don't know whether it is the men that make it sort of problematic when they get women, the way they want to behave around them, the way they want to treat them, the way they want to reason with them. Yeah, a friend of mine was telling me the other day that when you are single, life is just good.
Until you start dating.
When you start dating a woman, you suddenly get into a lot of pressure.
Let me tell you something, Jagiru. Men are the problem. You guys are the problem. We're usually very peaceful people. Actually, we'll realize a woman is having a very nice life until they actually start dating. You see, the thing with men, you guys don't like accountability. That is the problem. You don't want to just take responsibility. You just want to behave like you're single. You want to keep going out to the club until 2 a.m. and not telling me and we are dating. Of course, I'm going to be problematic. You're channeling everything bad about me. Jagiru, communicate. Men don't like communicating. That is where the problem is coming in. You don't want to communicate to me. You just want me to assume.
If you already know that men are having problems with communicating, why are you insisting on that communication?
Jagiru, how are you supposed to stay without communicating? How am I supposed to be dating you and we don't talk to each other?
When I am your friend, I'm just your friend like I am right now, things are just okay with us. The moment I start dating you, things start going helua.
You see, Jagiru, as a friend, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a friend. I don't expect you to be calling me every day. I don't expect you to be texting me every day. But at least I'm expecting like once in a while, you're going to reach out, which usually happens. But if you're in a relationship with someone, the communication is constant. They're supposed to be communicating to you. They're supposed to be telling you how they are doing. Okay, not all the time, like since morning until evening. Communicate to me in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or even twice if you're having a busy day. But now men don't want to communicate. You want to sit quiet. Let me start guessing and the Lord is going to reveal to me that you are busy and you're out with your boys. Go date your boys.
Why don't you just mind your own business?
Jagiru, my God, guys, can you hear this? How can I mind my own business? You are my business. What do you mean?
That's very problematic.
No, it's not problematic.
When you say I'm your business,
You're my business.
That's very problematic.
You're my relationship.
Anyway, let me ask you, why have you not been dating for the last 3 years?
Actually, I have been dating. The last time I was in a relationship was last year. I was dating, and I took a break for my own personal reasons. It wasn't doing me justice, and
the man wasn't doing you justice.
No, the relationship itself was not doing me justice. It was changing me to be somebody else that I am not, and it was putting me in a box. Basically, I had to be this reserved person. I had to be this person who was not who I am, Jagero. I didn't have an opinion. I cut off all my friends. Like, I didn't meet any of my friends for a whole year because I was in love. Guys, I was in Shakahola.
Yeah.
I was in
what was he doing? What did he tell you?
I was in love. I mean, we used to enjoy each other's company. We used to he used to pick me from the office all the time. We used to go home together. So yeah, I never got time to have my friends, and they left me, all of them. Guys, I'm looking for new friends, please. Yeah. So Jagero, yeah, I thank God you're still here.
But you've told me that you was practicing celibacy for.
Yeah, we were not having sex. It was consensual. Like, we were in a relationship and we were not having sex. We were waiting for marriage. Jagero, you don't believe you can be dating someone and not have sex with them? I'm the one who's delusional.
I believe so, but not. I don't know that with a lot of people. Everybody want to raise the toe, step on the pedal as soon as they get a car.
Well, no, I am not those people.
Yeah, how they.
And also with my relationship with God, I'm like, you know what? Let me just be pure. Let me just wait for my husband. So Jagero, I'm waiting for my husband. The next person I'm going to have sex with, it's going to be on my honeymoon.
But you just told me that you'd like to eat tricks in the morning.
Oh, God.
You just told me that you want to eat tricks in the morning.
Jagero, you are throwing me under the bus. Why are you exposing my thoughts, you know?
You can be a Christian and still have dirty thoughts, right?
Wow. Guys, I'm on the hot seat.
Going to heaven and still have dirty thoughts.
I'm a human being at the end of the day. Sometimes I'm going to stutter. Sometimes I'm going to be all right. But the thoughts come here and there, you know?
When you say that you are going to... You guys were both waiting to get married to have sex, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You were both born again?
Yeah, we were both born again. We were both born again. We were both very born again. But I think he was more born again than I was. Yeah.
How were the dates like? He was taking you to where? CJ's?
We used to go to all the good restaurants like CJ's, Java, all the good ones, all the nice places. Just minus the sex, plus the food. The food is there, the vibe, we would chat, but no sex.
Ever gone out of the country?
With him? No. How? I didn't even know where he used to stay. What are you talking about, bruh?
You didn't know where he stayed?
No, I never knew where he used to stay.
He never said which direction?
No, I knew I stay somewhere in Thika Road, but I didn't know the exact place.
So how are you guys meeting then?
We used to meet in town, CBD.
He used to work at the CBD?
Yeah, not really in the CBD, outside the CBD, but he would come to the CBD at times. Yes, especially when we were going home together. So,
the way it works for Christians is that sometimes you just meet in church, go eat chips and that was how it was.
Jagero,
No. I'm trying to establish how you guys were meeting. Just
we would meet in we never used to go to the same church. She was at a different church. So we would meet on weekends, go for walks, during the week, have a cup of coffee, have some food. Yeah.
Did he propose?
No, he didn't propose. To who? To whom?
What happened?
No, Jagero, I've told you I was boxed in the relationship, and so many things were not just adding up for me, and I didn't feel like I was happy at that particular moment. And at times when you feel like you're not being who you are, you have to unbox yourself. Because my mom keeps telling me these little things that you assume in relationships, those things are going to make you divorce in your marriage. For instance, I love my nose rings. I want to wear my nose ring. My partner never believed that I should be having a nose ring. He used to say nose rings are for me liars. And yeah, as you can see, I don't have the nose ring, but guys, I'm getting it back. Let me be a liar. It's okay. So like I was not allowed to wear like things that are showing my cleavage. I was not allowed to wear like short dresses. And I always felt like I was in a box. I love wearing handkerchiefs, Bana. Simply because I'm born again does not mean I should not wear that short dress that I want to wear. So I never used to have like those things. I was not allowed to wear rings.
What's a handkerchief?
A handkerchief is that just like no sooner had it started than it ended. It ends before it starts.
The ones that expose your thighs.
Jagero, is that exposing really? It's the ones that serve thighs. It's serving thighs, not exposing. It's serving.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So there is serving thighs and exposing thighs.
Yes, no, those ones are just serving. They are not exposing. So mine usually serve thighs.
I can imagine why your boyfriend did not want you to serve thighs to strangers in matatus.
Oh, wow, Jagero, wow. No, but you see, when you date someone, don't date someone to change them. Accept them for who they are. Because you see, they knew me before they started dating me. I was a different person. They knew who I was. So why do you want to change that person that you met the way they were? Why do you want to change them?
Why did you meet this Apostle Paul, though?
Apostle Paul. I met Apostle Paul in campus. We went to campus together. Yeah.
And then you mulipotezana.
Tukapotezana, and then now we rekindled like after campus. That's when we met each other.
Okay. Yeah.
And he was like, you're a fine babe. But I was like, ooh, of course I am. And I was like, finally my guy is here. I am happy. I think I was very delusional.
Who introduced you to the Lord, though?
I think I've grown up in a Christian family because my great-grandfather was a reverend of the PCA church.
A what?
Reverend
in the PCA church.
In the PCA church. He started the PCA church in Kambui, Githunguri, Kiambu areas. My grandmother was a church elder. My mom is a mwalimu wa Sunday school. And my dad is a chorister. He's a mwalimu wa choir in churches till right now.
So introduce you to the Lord when you're still young.
Jagger, I like your sarcasm.
I'm not sarcastic.
Yeah, they introduced me to the Lord. I love God. I have a good relationship with God. He's my father.
You do?
Yeah, I do. It's perfect, amazing.
You're going to heaven?
I'm going to heaven. I am happy. Like God got me. Are you going to heaven, Jagero? Simply because I've thought about risks does not mean that I won't go to heaven. Come on.
Rix has got very... How many boyfriends? What is your body count?
I cannot tell you about my body count. My body count is 1. It's 1, Jagero.
Apostle Paul.
It's Apostle Paul. It's 1.
Is that so?
Yes, it is 1. Have you ever slept with me?
No.
How do you know? If I tell you it's 1, you take it. It's either you take that one or leave it. It's 1.
It's 1.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So you're looking forward to getting married?
Yeah, I am looking forward to getting married, but Jagero, love does not love me. I love love, but love does not love me.
What has been your history with the boys? It's been bad?
I think I have good history and bad history because I've been loved. I know what it means to be loved. I've met someone who has loved me with their everything and they were there, but it just didn't work out. And I've also met crazy people in my life, people who just wanted me right now to be in Mathare, but they had been a psychiatric hospital right now if I continued dating those people. But I think love, I don't know, I'm just hoping to get something good, something better, something beautiful eventually.
You haven't found love in the office?
In the What do you mean finding love in the office?
It is the only place you can easily get love. The men that are passing around, the accountants, the IT guy.
Really?
Yeah.
No, IT guy was married. Our accountants, so boring.
So boring.
So boring.
Like
accountants are so boring. And my colleague...
That boss of yours that you told me was crazy?
Oh, the madman. Yeah, the one who tried to have sex with me and they frustrated me after I refused to sleep with them. Yes, that one was psychotic. And you know, Jagger, the worst thing about life is people will never believe you. You'll have to keep telling people this has been happening, this has been happening, this has been happening. And people will not believe that you're actually getting sexually harassed. My harassment started back in 2019. And I remember when I was harassed sexually the first time I told my sister. My sister believed me. And I told my mom. My mom told me to resign. But at that point, we were at a very poor place. We were poor. We were still struggling. I didn't have the grace to resign. So I had to like keep on doing the job. And then one day we go somewhere for a work thing, and then we are coming back, and the guy tries to hold my breasts. He tries to put his hands down my pants and everything. And Jagero, let me tell you something. That was the beginning of hell in my life. This guy frustrated me. He used to frustrate me so much. He used to hate me so much. And he used to make everyone in the office know that I am a problem, because he didn't like me from the word go. And he would constantly tell me that he's gonna take me out and buy me guaranas. Like, really, bro? Really? Guaranas?
What's wrong with guarana?
So annoying.
What's wrong with guarana?
Jagero, you're buying me guaranas to sleep with me because you have power.
I see.
You're buying me
He wanted to give you guarana in exchange for sex.
Exactly. And then I'll be drunk, and then he can sleep with me. And I'm telling you, my life was so hard and it was so difficult. And I remember I used to call my best friends and tell them about it. And I will be like, God, I am struggling. I'm really suffering. Like, he would come. Today I'd wake up with a job description. Tomorrow I'll wake up with no job description. Today I'll have something to do. Tomorrow I don't have anything to do. Today he says that I am not doing my job well. Tomorrow I'm in a disciplinary meeting. I remember there was once a time I actually sat in a disciplinary meeting to be asked if I was in love with one of my colleagues. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, no, I am not in love with my colleague. My colleague is married. We are just friends. And we are friends because I tell him that I get sexually harassed. Of course, I can't tell him that directly. And he used to be like, after my colleague left, he used to call me in his office and ask me, are you refusing to sleep with me because you're sleeping with that colleague? Unapatia huyo colleague na mi huwezi nipe. Imagine a whole MD asking you such questions. Seriously, it is so uncouth, so unconventional, and so bad. It is terrible. And outside here, Jagero, people are being harassed sexually, and women cannot speak because you tell your husband, they tell you are the one who is seducing that guy. You tell your friends, they assume you just don't want the job. Because I used to tell people, and people used to think I'm mad. And I'm like, why would I even accuse someone of such a thing? Someone actually put their hand inside my breasts. Someone actually tried to kiss me forcefully. Someone tried to put their hands inside my pants. And you think I'm lying? I'd never lie about such a thing. And it's such a bad state of mind. I think it disoriented me so much. So much. And I was a very young girl. And it's too much trauma. I wouldn't want that for anyone. And I remember I never used to get a salary increment. So one time in January, I decided, CITAM was doing their fast. And I decided I'm going to pray and fast about this person, because it's so difficult for me. Like, this cap is so difficult. One day I am okay. The next day I'm in a disciplinary meeting. For what? I can't even explain. You know, Chagera, there's a day we went for a team building and I laughed. You see the way I have a bad laughter? God.
I like the laugh.
I know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine on Monday, I went for a disciplinary meeting because of laughing? Guys, imagine.
I'm disciplined for that laugh.
Imagine, because of laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing.
Yeah.
I could not believe it.
You have an amazing laugh, yeah?
No. And I was punished for it. I was punished. I was told that I am loud. I am... Wow. I was shown Pepe. Dust, Jagero. Dust.
I was wondering when we were going to talk about your laugh.
Oh, God.
It's not a laugh for the banking hall.
It is not. It is
No,
not.
it is not.
You know, I used to laugh.
Yeah.
And I'd see everybody chanting, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you getting
Are you ready, check?
What do you want me to do with my laughter, boy?
Where is that laugh coming from? Your father or your mother?
No
or your
one.
grandmother?
No one.
No one.
You know, I remember when I used to laugh when I was a kid. My class teacher used to get so angry.
Why?
And he would tell me that I'm laughing like those village women. And then he would say it in Kikuyu.
How do
He would tell me, odhekagata kari kosi yake shagi. I know. And I'd come tell my dad. Odhekagata kari kosi yake shagi. I know.
Oh my God.
I know. But I'm like, I love my laughter. I love laughing. Jagero, you see, I'm making you happy. It's infectious.
No. You're not making me happy. You're hurting me.
It's infectious.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Imagine now being punished because of the way you laugh. So now I used to laugh. Ha ha. I used to laugh, ha ha ha, because I don't want to be in trouble. Yeah. Can you imagine my boss being told your staff is laughing in a very, very bad way, in an unconventional, uncouth way? And I'm like, my God, okay, all right. Imagine.
So you were raised as a Christian. Is there a lot of dating in church? A lot of people tell me dating in church is...
Dating in churches.
The boys in church are character developers.
Oh, they are. Oh my God, they are. Those keyboardists, when you see them run for your life.
Those boys in church.
You're usually being dated the entire praise team. You should be very careful. But what I usually say, Jagger, is everybody's story is different. I think you just ask for discernment. There
is this story. Tell me about your experience with because that is actually the meat of our conversation today.
Mm-hmm.
I have not dated. I've not been a very big fan of dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
The Bumble is the Tinder,
the OkCupid. So now, see, I've told you I keep looking for love everywhere, Jagero.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that has decided it is never ever going to happen in my life.
But you're still young. I think you're going to get, you said you are 27? 27.
Yeah.
You're still young.
Jagero, I'm getting old, my God. You know, I used to judge people.
Are your boobs doing those things, the ovaries?
They are twerking, they are gyrating, they're like, guys, we are ready now. You know,
are they?
Yeah, they are. But I don't think that can give me pressure. I think I can only get a child when I want to get a child, not because people think that I should get a child. You know, it's purely consensual, like from me, internal. You know, when I was in my 20s, like my early 20s, I used to tell my mom, "Hey, mom, these old people in church, I know they're getting married. Hey," and I used to hate Jagger. I've become those people now.
Yeah.
I've become those people. So now my good friend introduced me to a dating app.
Okay.
And they were like, you know what? It's a beautiful experience. You can try and see how it goes. And I was like, of course. I mean, it's love. And I was very excited, by the way. So I downloaded the app, OkCupid. And at first it was very nice, by the way. And I will get like these swipes. I'd be so excited about it. I mean, you know, it has a lot of attention. Like I'd wake up in the morning and then I'd get like 10 messages that are popping in. And I'd be so excited. Gosh, you know that kind of excitement that comes in with knowing that these people are actually looking for you. So one specific day, I saw someone who was called a white horse.
What was his name?
White Horse. And I was like, ooh, this is kinky.
That's what his name, White Horse.
Yeah, he's a white horse. And he was like, I'm going to be a white horse. I'm going to carry you in this life. And you're going to have a good time together. I was like, ooh, exactly what I'm looking for. The gist was gisting, Jagero. You know that kind of mystery is usually very nice, you know? So
what
now...
was his profile picture?
A horse. I've told you, it's a white horse.
The profile picture was a white horse.
Yes.
But what was the name? The name was the name English?
He's like it's a horse. It's a white horse.
And that was his name.
No, his name was something else.
Yes.
But now he was like white horse. The profile.
Okay.
And then the description was like, I'm a white horse. I'm gonna take you to places. And I was like, ooh, kinky. I want to be taken to those places, you know? Yeah. So I like swiped, and then he DM'd me. And we started having our conversation. And I actually realized that he didn't stay so far from where I used to stay. He used to stay in just a close proximity from where I used to stay, just along Wayaki way. So we decided to have a date and get that meetup and get to know each other. And yeah, so the day of the date came. We were supposed to have lunch in Kikuyu. And I was like, I know this place that's in Kikuyu. It's very nice. It looks nice. Then he was like, no, let's not have lunch. Let's actually have some evening coffee. And I was like, cool, no problem.
This is you guys texting?
Yes, this is us guys texting. So you see, we've started from having lunch. So we've changed. It's like, let's not have lunch. Let's have coffee. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So we go ahead and we decide we're going to meet in the evening. We go have lunch. Sorry, not lunch. We go have evening coffee, probably grab some dinner. So he tells me he's going to pick me up. Honestly, that was being so foolish. I didn't even think about it. Like, I've never met you. It's the first day. You're picking me up in your car. And but then I never gave it like any thought. I was like, you know what? It's just a kawaida date like any other person. And I have a problem of trusting people. That is one of it. So he just came to my house, and I didn't give him like the exact place. I told him, wait for me at this particular place. So he waited for me, and I prepared, I left, and then I entered in his car. When I hugged him, the way he hugged me he hugged me in some uncomfortable way. Because when he hugged me, I could feel his hand coming toward my boob. But I told myself, probably I'm just being horny and haven't been touched. I'm thinking too far. I'm far-fetching. And it didn't cross my mind that any foolish thing could happen in that whole thing. So we go together, we start talking, and I'm like, oh, Nini, he tells me I was in this campus, I was doing this, and we start vibing and having this conversation. But in between, I realize he's kind of getting cold somewhere in between. Like, you see the way you'd be with someone and then you'd lose them for a minute and then they'd come back. Like, I'd see losing him and him coming back. But it didn't bother me, by the way. I was very delusional. I had met my white horse. And I was hell-bent on telling people, you know, I actually met my husband on a dating app and we went for a first date and we fell in love. I think I'm foolish, you know, those delusional things. So we are on our way to Kikuyu. We get to Kikuyu. There's a pass where you go up and then you go to the bypass. The guy tells me, now my ex stays in Kikuyu, so we cannot have coffee in Kikuyu. I ask him, you never told me about your ex. You never mentioned about your ex staying in Kikuyu. Like, this is something new I'm hearing right now. He's like, no, I didn't want to tell you about this, but I had a feeling that me and her, we are going to like patana mahali, we're gonna crash. So I just decided, let's not use that barabara. And I was like, okay, sawa. So I asked him, so you're not going to have tea in Kikuyu? He says, yes. I asked him, do you know a place? He tells me, I know a place in bypass. And I was like, okay. Being naive. I was very naive to even believe him. Me and my guy, we continue on a safari to Mengia bypass. There are no restaurants in bypass. At that point, bypass was being constructed. And there were so many places that I didn't know of. And I was like, where the hell are you taking me? And then he's like, no, there's a place I know. There's a place I know. There's a place I know. Hey, I kind of now started getting uncomfortable. And I'm asking him, are you sure there's a place you know? He's like, yes, there's a place I know in bypass. You be patient. Now he started getting aggressive. Like, he's now getting aggressive. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, my white horse is becoming dark.
Really?
Yes. My white horse Jagero is becoming dark. He's telling me to be patient. He knows a place. And now he's very aggressive and he's standing on business. So I'm like, okay, let me calm down. Number 2, amefunga dirisha zote za gari. I am not able to open. Number 3,
you tried opening?
I tried opening the dirisha. It's now at night. It's now 7:30 p.m. Kumbuka cancel hicha mchana. It's now in the evening. It's 7:30 p.m. So me, Wanjiru, with the white horse, who I only know one name. I do not know his other name. I only know one name of that guy. Number 2, he had not given me his mobile number until we met.
How are you guys talking?
OkCupid.
Oh, I see.
In the app. All this time, I don't have his mobile number. So all this time, if I was to die, nobody knows where I am. Because you see, I got the mobile number slightly before he came to pick me up. That is when he actually told me, let me give you my number. It's kind of, he didn't want to give me his mobile number. So I got the number after, like slightly before he came to pick me up. All this while we were texting in the app. So I didn't even have time to text my people and tell them I'm going with this person for this specific date. I didn't even think in my mind that I'll take his number, check with M-Pesa, nothing. I had no idea. So I only know you, one name. I just got your number less than 30 minutes ago. We are somewhere in the bypass, it's dark, and he's now getting aggressive. Jagero, we went and went and went until we couldn't go anymore. We went to a place, it was so dark. We parked. Now he told me, I want you. Oh my God. Hi. Shakira, I'm always meeting madmen in my life. I've told you, see. He tells me I want you.
This is madman number what?
Buana, you Jagger, I've told you the body count is 1. It remains a 1. But you, it is the one madman.
Okay.
So now, this guy tells me I want you. I ask him, what do you mean I want you? Now where we are parked, it's in the middle of nowhere. We are in the middle of nowhere, Jagero. I have no idea where we are. Tulingia, we've chucked bypass. We've entered this barabara, the new barabara, the Goto Mutarakwa road that was being constructed. There are no houses. There are no people. There are no lights. This person knew where they were taking me. I ask them, we are not having tea. They tell me, no, it is you that I want. I ask them, what do you mean you want me? This guy opens his seatbelt. Remember, he has locked the doors. He has locked the windows. We are in his car. Now I tell God, is this how you want me to die? It is okay. I surrender. I start thinking of all the bad things that could happen. And for a split second, I felt like I was going mad. But you see, I can't react. My White House has become very dark. And he's very aggressive, even in his eyes. He opens my top by force.
Really?
Yes! He opens my top and he goes for my breasts. Now, I try pushing him behind. And then I realize it is not going to work. I am pushing him, he's pushing himself towards me. I am pushing him, he's pushing himself towards me. He starts kissing me on the neck and grabbing my breasts. And he's telling me, I want you. And I'm like, Jagero, I felt like I was in a role play. I felt like, I don't know, how can I even explain? A madman. I don't even know them. I only know them by one name. It's a dating app. Who is going to believe me? Whatever happens, nobody. He continues. And then he realizes, by the way, I am not fighting him back. I am not doing anything. I got to a point and I was like, you know what? It's all right. Do whatever you want to do. I just said a silent prayer and I told God, genuinely, God, I didn't come here to sleep with this person. I didn't even come here to have sex with them. Kumbuka, they have haribud my top because they literally like walivuta nguo yangu. And I was wearing a chiffon top and a denim jacket. So they just tarnished it. It's very, very dark. Nimeraruliwa nguo. He's grappling my boobs. He wants to enter everywhere. I got tired of pushing him, so I stopped. And he continued for like 10 minutes. And then he realized nothing is happening. And then akawasha gari. When aliwasha gari, we got back to the highway. He told me, shuka gari. Jagero! I do not know where we are. He told me, shuka gari. I have errands I'm doing. I'll light the vehicle. Get out. I told him, bro, I don't know where I am. I have no idea where I am. Please don't do this to me. He told me, no. You have refused to cooperate. Get out of my vehicle. By the way, fear is such a bad thing because can you imagine begging someone who wanted to rape you to stay in their car? I begged him. He told me, sawa. Do you know we went? Akanit drop kwa bypass. Penye bypass imeanzia. He told me, sort yourself. And he left me in the bypass. It was around 9 p.m. There were no cars. There was no nothing. My top, kumbuka amenirarudia. So I'm literally holding it like this. It is cold. It is in the bypass. Niuko Kikuyu. I don't know anyone. Shagero, I'm telling you, My God is good. My God is good, because somebody just came with a nduthi. Alikuwa huko katikati ya barabara. I was now flagging off like a mad person. That guy just came and he carried me. And I told him what had happened. He just looked at me. He just told me, nilipe tu 100. I paid him 100 bob. And then he dropped me in Kikuyu town. And then that guy texts me in the app. And he says he's sorry for the behavior. He's hoping we can have a retake. And do that whole date thing again. Now, common sense has departed me completely. You see that story incident, that happens. I stop. I get out of the app. I say I'm not dating these people again. And then I stop. And then something from the devil just tells me, go back to the app again. I join the app. This time I meet a madman who comes to our house at night. I will never forget. My mother is in the bedroom sleeping. I'm there with my sisters. He's begging on the ground. He's saying, I want to marry you.
How did he know your place?
I told him to come. We were having lunch around my area. So he told me, can I come say hi to your sisters? I told him, absolutely. He enters in our house. He goes mad. He kneels down, Jagero. He starts declaring his love for me. He starts saying he wants to marry me. In our apartment, he's screaming. Please note, my mother is hot wire. She's in the bedroom. My sister is laughing.
Does your sister laugh like you do? Or she was?
No, she's very modest and cutesy, demure. This madman shouts, Jagero. He's lifting his hands up. He's saying, I want to marry you. Please marry me in our house at night. He tells me he's from the United Kingdom. He's come here on vacation. He wants us to get married. If you look at the guy...
How did this one all start?
This one just started in the app.
Take me back to how it started. It
started... Now you see, I've gotten out of the app. I've gotten over the trauma. It's a whole year. I haven't dated. So I'm here. I'm like, you know what? Let me just get back to it. One bad experience is not... cannot just guarantee that everything is going to be bad. So I start talking to this person. He gives me his number. This one sounds cool. This one sounds sober. Like we talk, we have these conversations. Little did I know that he was a drunkard, a bang smoker, and a mad person. Do you know I
literally having mental illness?
That one had a mental illness. Because I do not see how you're coming to my house at night. But then he was very behaved the entire time when we were in the staircase. Very, very behaved. He was not misbehaving. The moment we got to the house, he saw my sister. My two sisters, actually. He saw both of them, our elder one and our last born. He knelt on the ground. He said, babe, please marry me. And I was like, come on, like, don't behave like that. It's our house. The guy starts proclaiming his love. He starts saying that I am the mother of his children, lifting his hands up, saying that he wants me to marry him. I am telling you, have you ever been ashamed, embarrassed, a fiasco? These people in these dating apps are mad. Jagero, I'll tell the young girls, please get out of those apps. Now that I'm doing psychology and I understand what predators do, get out of those apps. Get off those apps. Otherwise, you will die.
How do they work, those apps? Can you tell me what were you looking for in there anyways?
Love, Jagero.
What kind of love? Like marriage?
Yeah, like love, like the hopeless romantic of meeting the white horse in the app and then like you guys having a happy ever after, you know?
Why don't you look for one in church or where you work?
Really, Jagero?
Yeah, because I'm the reason why I keep saying that, because, like, for example, if you look at Love is Blind, like Mimi, I don't understand how somebody can say that they are not able to meet people in their vicinity around where they live.
But at times it happens, Jagero. Like for me, where I stay, I've grown up in Kino my entire life. Okay. Literally, like since I was 0 till right now I'm 27. Like 90% of the people in Kino are my cousins and my aunties and my uncles. So unless somebody else comes and relocates and moves into our village, I'll never get married in my village because that's my family, basically. It's like you going back to where you are brought up, where you are born, you are brought up your entire life, and you still stay there.
There are so many lawyer men in Kino.
Buana Jagero, where are they? Show me.
You haven't seen all those lawyer men in Kino?
They don't come to church.
There are no men in church?
They are. They're there. They're there.
But you think that it's always green on the other side of the fence.
That is what we always tell ourselves. By the way, when I was joining the dating app, I was genuinely looking for love. Like, I was very delusional. I was like, oh God, probably it's going to work out for me. I'm going to meet a guy and we're going to click and do these things, you know? And part of it mostly was, it's during the COVID period. I'm not getting out of the house. I'm in the house. I'm working from home. I don't even have a social life. I don't have friends. You're not going anywhere. You're restricted. So those things can actually keep you busy. And that is where most people go wrong. There are some people there who have genuine intentions, and there are some people there who are just predators. They're out looking for a chance, and then they can just pounce. You know, the Bible says that the devil is like a lion. He's constantly walking, looking for a place to devour. Those people are usually there constantly, Jagero. Like, they're there looking for a place they can tap and exploit. And unfortunately, most people don't make it out very well. You find out that most people end up getting infected with diseases, others get killed, and others just get raped and they don't talk about it because, anyway, the society is going to stigmatize you. They are going to point a finger at you, like the same questions you're asking me. That is what the society asks.
Which
like,
ones?
Why are you looking for a person in a dating app? You don't have people in your circle. You don't have friends you can date. You see those questions? Those are the same questions people ask me out here. Why are you joining an app? You couldn't find a man for yourself. You have to be matched. You see those questions? People don't understand. It's very
difficult to find a man?
I hope that you're enjoying this program. Over the last 15 years, I have been working online for clients in America, in Europe, and all over the world. And that is why it pains me a lot when I see a lot of African brothers and sisters saying that they do not have a job. Now, this is the problem. A lot of people are trying to look for a job in 2024 in their own town, in their local area. Now, the truth is, there are no jobs in Africa, at least not so many jobs. The good news is that we have internet these days. We have a tablet, we have a computer, we have a phone, and that means that we can do a lot of jobs, and those jobs are online. That is why over the last 4 years I've been writing a book that is called Digital Goldmine. It is a book that explains to you how you can earn money online. The 18 hustles that I've chosen are basically for Africans, because what happens when you are doing online jobs is that payment is usually a problem. So these 18 side hustles that I have put together in this book, you can be paid very well and very conveniently. Okay, so the book is only 1,000 Kenya shillings. That is about $10. You can buy it in Kenya using paybill number. You can buy it online from anywhere in the world using a credit or a debit card. All the information about this book is in the description below. And if you have a brother, you have a wife, you have a husband, you have a friend who is sitting at home and watching Netflix, please do buy this book for them. If you are the one sitting at home and watching Netflix and have nothing to do, please buy this book and your life is gonna change forever. Because I have been doing this online and I've been traveling and I've been enjoying myself and having a lot of fun. So thank you very much, and now back to programming.
Is it difficult to find a man? A man who loves God, yes. Jagero, a man who loves God and a man who is committed and does not want other women, it's hard. It's difficult.
What do you mean a man who doesn't want other women?
Why are you wanting other women when you are dating me? If you're wanting me, it's me you want alone. Why are you wanting other people?
You have a problem with polygamy.
I do have a problem with polygamy.
Why?
Do you want me to scream?
Yeah, but polygamy is there so that every woman can have a man.
I am okay with polygamy, just not for me. You marry the people you want to marry, just not for me.
You just want to have a pocket a man. Weka kwa mfuko.
Jagger, if it gives you sleep at night to say that, yes.
Do you think that's how men work? How men operate?
I don't know how men operate.
Do you really know men?
No, I don't think I do. Tell me.
Yeah, shit. They say, right?
Tell me, how do you guys operate?
Yeah.
You don't want to be pocketed?
No.
You want to have 50 women?
If I can.
Wow, Jagero, I'm judging you now. Why do you want to have 50 women? What's the pleasure? Don't you think when you have one person and you're settled, you come to them when you're tired, you come to them when you're having a bad day, you come to them for support?
Which woman in 2024 is going to cuddle when you're tired? You're busy laughing aloud in the pubs.
But I women like us who don't go to the pubs.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Hey.
I stopped. Yeah,
You don't want to
stopped.
share a man with another woman?
No, I don't want to share my.
Why do you want to be that selfish?
I'm not being selfish. It's because I believe that God has created each and everyone's rib alone, not for sharing. God created Adam and Eve. He didn't create Adam and two Eves. He created one Adam and one Eve.
Surely.
Yes.
Is that so?
Yes.
Why did that happen? Okay. Where did that happen?
In the Bible, it's there. The story of creation. Yes, it's one man and one woman. God didn't create two partners.
And then enter Solomon.
Solomon had a lot of wives and a
Yeah.
lot of concubines.
God loved him.
You want to be like Solomon?
Man after my own heart.
No.
Wasn't that said of Solomon?
No, David is the man after God's own heart.
Wasn't David another one?
He was.
Who killed a man he had sent to the front line?
He did, and
so
God,
that he can sleep with the wife.
and he repented in Psalms chapter 51.
Did
and
he?
Yeah, he did.
What?
He did.
He repented.
Yes, Psalms chapter 51, he repents and he tells God to forgive him for his sins, for whatever he has done. You can read it out loudly, Jagero.
Psalms 51.
Yes.
Can we ask ChatGPT to read Psalms 51? Psalm 51.
Yes, it's a prayer of repentance when David was repenting.
Yeah.
And God punished him because God killed that child. And he cried for 3 days. And when the child died, he never cried again. He woke up, and when the child was born and the child was sick, he cried. Then he used to pray to God, and he was wearing a sack. And when the child died, he woke up and he said, I will not cry again.
Psalms 51.
Yes. Psalms 51 is a prayer of asking for forgiveness. Yes, David asks for forgiveness from God. He pleads for God's mercy.
Tell me more about Psalms 51.
It's a prayer of repentance. Even you, Jagero, when you go against the will of God, ask God to forgive you. It's there, it's in the Bible. You use that prayer and tell God to show you his mercies and show his face towards you, even when you're falling aside from his grace and his mercies.
Oh, so this is a psalm of David when Prophet Nathan came to him after David had committed adultery with Bathsheba. Have mercy on me, O God.
Oh, yes.
According to your unfailing love. According to your great compassion.
Oh, yes.
Blot out my transgressions. Wash away all my iniquity. And cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions. And my sin is always before me. Against you, you only have I sinned. And done what is evil in your sight. So you are right in your verdict and justified when you judge.
Oh, yes.
Surely I was sinful at birth. Now, Sasa, it is not about Bathsheba. Now he was sinful at birth.
Everybody was born of sin. We were all born of sin.
Wow. Cleanse me with hyssop, and I will be clean.
Oh, yes.
Wash me, and I'll be whiter than snow.
Oh, yeah.
Let me hear joy and gladness.
Yes, brother.
Let the bones you have crushed
Preach,
rejoice.
bro.
Hide your face from my sins.
Yes, bro. Pastor Jagero.
I used to be a pastor.
You did?
Yeah, I know. Not really a pastor, but I used to preach. Yeah.
Amazing. I can also preach.
Psalms 23. Do you know what Psalms 23?
The Lord is my shepherd.
Yes.
I shall not want.
That is my favorite.
It's also my favorite. And I love the verse that says, Ye though I walk through the shadow of death,
Valley of death.
yes, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me still. And it says, goodness and mercy shall overflow all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. That is usually my prayer every day.
Oh, yeah?
It is every day, every single day. When I'm in so much tribulations, I usually tell God, even though I am walking through that shadow or the valley of death, please, God, protect me.
That rapist that drop you on the highway, he should consider Psalms 51.
He should, by the way. He should. Actually, I was telling my friend the other day, they were like, why didn't you ever report that case? And I was like, I didn't think about reporting it. One, I didn't even know his names. Even the policeman would have asked me, where are you getting raped? You don't even know the person you are with. Jagero, those are the small things people assume. You don't even know people's names, and we are going outside there with them for dates. No. No. That one should repent from the Bible. They should repent. They need Jesus. But I forgive him. I am not angry at him and I am not bitter. I forgive them. But I can never be in a dating app.
But also he never slept with you, which is a good thing.
He never slept with me. But you see, he touched me everywhere. But he never slept with me. He was touching. I'm telling you, if it's like right now, the way my discernment is on another level, I'd have not gone anywhere with him. When I felt the hand, I'd have never gone anywhere with him. Right now, I feel your hand, Jageru. You hug me, and I feel like you are going in my bottoms. Oh no, bruh, we are done. I'll tell you, you're a
But also you've got very good boobs.
Oh, do I? Ooh.
Pastor Paul.
You're appreciating God's creation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jageru. Oh, thank you. But I'd like that if it came from Ricks,
Ricks?
Yeah.
Could be going to Zambia with him, Lusaka.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. I should. Yeah, he was saying he was supposed to go. I know.
With a clean ticket. The plane ticket. I didn't know that you're such a good girl.
I am a good girl, Jageru. I am a good girl.
Yeah?
I am a good girl. What do you mean you didn't know I am a good girl?
I thought you were rotten.
No, I'm not rotten. No, I am a child of God. I am God's favorite child.
When we were but you see, sometimes when the way somebody plays, oh, this one looks like a player. This one looks like
I look like those crazy Nairobi girls.
Sometimes, yeah. Especially the last time I saw you, you looked so crazy to me.
What do you mean? Right now, I'm not crazy.
No.
Really?
There is that little angel in you. You're such an amazing person, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Jageru. Thank you. I appreciate.
Yes.
I think it's time. Time changes people.
Yeah.
The more you grow up, the more you become more reserved. But I'm still crazy. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm still crazy. I still have my crazy
craziness
side.
is there, but it's not a bad craziness.
It's a good craziness.
Yeah. It's
I
a
know.
good craziness.
So Jageru, I'll find a husband.
You will.
Hallelujah.
You will find a husband. I think that if you want, that's what you want. You want a husband, somebody that is gonna love you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna love them,
And you're gonna make children.
Yes, I'm gonna.
You're gonna have a beautiful family.
I want like 5 children.
Like the ones in Blue Band ads. This kind of family, bubbly,
beautiful, bubbly, amazing, gorgeous,
with a little bit of money.
Yeah, I still believe that there are unions that are ordained by God. So yeah, I still believe in that. I still believe in that. You
should just check those men out. Those men they're men that really want to have a family. Yeah, but in a sea of rotten apples.
Yeah, what I've told you, like people are predators outside there. The other day.
Why do you think men are sort of, when they look at a woman, they're always just thinking of having sex with them and touching them?
I think men are visual beings, but they don't know how to control that bit. Recently, Jageru, I had gone to one of the biggest prisons in Kenya.
Yeah.
And I told you I'm doing psychology. And I'm also practicing a bit of it. And when I went there, in that prison, 80% of the men who are there are actually there on charges of defilement.
Really?
Yes, defilement.
80%?
80%. It is a maximum security prison. 80% of those people, the cases there are defilement. And I was asking them, I met this specific guy. He was very smart, comes from a very wealthy family. He has been in for 10 years, and he's in for life.
Defilement gives you life?
Defilement gives you life.
Really?
It gives you life. Defilement gives you life. You rape people, you get jailed for life. I was actually very shocked. I thought people do
It is heavier than murder.
I know. I
didn't know about that.
I also didn't know. I was so shocked. The entire time I was there, I was just like, wait, what? Yani, you raping someone has given you life in prison? Yeah. And they were like, yes, I'm doing
I think
a
murder
life.
is 35 years.
Most of them there have Most of them, okay, it depends with what kind of murder. Okay, I'm not a lawyer, but I know murder depends. You know, there's first degree murder, like there's where you kill someone because you are protecting yourself or something like that. So I think it depends with what kind of murder you committed. And like these specific people, I met this specific guy and I was very interested in knowing like, what are you doing? Like, what did you do? And he was sharing his story and he said he was drunk one day and he was in campus enjoying life. And then he raped someone. He slept with someone who was a minor. He defiled them and that's how he got life. So when I look at him, I realize that actually most of them who are there, you are drunk. You just assume that life is going to work out for you and you're just horny and you cannot control your penis and you just decide to penetrate whoever comes your way regardless. And I was just looking at them and I'm wondering, that guy is not even 30 and he has been in there for 10 years. I think he was in his first year or his second year in campus. And I was just looking at him and I'm wondering, your whole life, he was jailed for life. His whole life is behind the bars. For what reason? For what reason, Jageru? A reason that you can't just see Wanjiru passing and not admire her breasts? You can't just control yourself. It's basically control. People don't have control of things. You're seeing a woman and the first thing that you think about them is, how can I put them to bed? There's more to offer. And then, what if you sleep with me today, alafu? Kesha, what do I have to give you? What more am I bringing to the table apart from my vagina? That is what people forget, Jageru. After the sex, what happens? You know sex, you can get it anywhere. Men don't know that. You just see, you want to sleep. You see, you want to sleep. Whether it's a minor, whether it's a person who is 20, whether they are 30, you just want to sleep with them. You're forgetting, guy, hii kitu hata Nairobi ukienda pale. Unajua siku hizi soko, there is soko in Nairobi. Like when it has always been there. Enda pale Kenyatta Avenue saa 2 Jageru. You'll see. You'll pick whatever bell you want to pick. Whatever bell you want to pick. So why are you cheating? Why do you want to sleep with other people? Why are you defiling people? Men are tailored to just see women and just think about putting them to bed. Nothing else. Actually, I can tell you, like there's someone who's just going to text me and I look at them and I'll know this one automatically wants to fuck me. Nothing else.
How do you know that?
Even the way they're texting me, like when I post a photo, they'll not see my face. They'll tell me nice boobs. Kwanza, the moment you tell me nice boobs, bruh, you're blocked. I know they are nice. I know they are nice. Why are you complimenting them? They are not yours. Go compliment your sisters if you think they are that nice. Wewe wende waambie watu wenu wachana na za Wanjiru wewe. Wachana na zangu bwana. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They are not like flowers to be plucked.
You can always check. You can always tell what a man wants.
I can always tell a man. I can always tell what a man wants. Jagger, it's very easy. It's very, very easy.
Is it?
It's very, very easy to know a person who wants to bed you. It's very easy. What do you mean? We know these things. But then we see. Let me tell you. Even some of us who have been in toxic relationships, we know. We see the signs. We just don't want to believe. The miracles, the signs, the wonders, they are there. I know a guy who wants to just sleep with me, Jagero, and they don't want any other thing with me. They'll keep telling me how my body looks nice. They'll keep complimenting. Anytime I post a photo, even without the boobs showing, their head will show them the breasts. And they'll comment and tell me, you have nice breasts. And the breasts are not even there, Jagero. They are not even there, but they'll tell me that. So I know. It's very, very easy. It's very, very easy. And I've told you again, I'm doing psychology. I am able to psychoanalyze people. I can tell you this one is just wasting my time, Buwana. Are you saying you wouldn't know a person who does not like you?
For us, men were a bit colorblind.
What do you mean, Jageru?
Men are very colorblind. See, ndio wewe umesema that men will always look at a woman and think of bedding them.
Yes, there's
when
nothing
you
else.
always think about bedding somebody, you have no other. You can't use your other senses. They are dead, kaput. So men get conned. Every day, msichana anakuja na business proposal haifanyi. You are just looking at the boobs. Tutafanya.
You know, I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and they were telling me the way people are regretting because they are married in their marriages. And I tell my friend, men are not regretting because of that. You just met me in the bar. We had casual sex. I got pregnant. Because I got pregnant, you behaved like the man you're supposed to be. Behave like you took me to your house now. We start staying together. But you forget we never even knew each other that way. We didn't even have that relationship. I have the way I've been brought up at my home. You have the way you've been brought up at my home. Remember, what brought us together is the pregnancy. Nothing else. It's that child. But because you want to man up and you want to take responsibility, which is a very nice thing, you end up marrying the wrong people. Even for women, you end up marrying the wrong man.
Or dating for that matter.
Or dating for that matter. You end up Jageru because a child was involved. That is why your entire life changes because of that child. And that is why childhood trauma keeps being passed from one generation to another into another. Because you see, even when that child is growing up, they're not growing up in a healthy environment. The parents are not happy. And that is why I tell people, stop having casual sex. If you're not ready for the repercussions, why are you having it? Condomize. Or don't have sex. Yes. Condomize or don't have sex. Because you're here bringing out children who have a lot of trauma. You're bringing up children from two parents who don't even love each other. They just got married because of that child. And then now everything about their life revolves around that child. There's nothing they see good in each other. Have you ever gone to places where by Jagero, even some of your friends, they don't even talk about their wives? Hata hatakangi kusikia kitajwa. Some wives don't even want you to know they have husbands back at home. It's because they went and met two useless people, casual sex, repercussions. Now you're dealing with them.
There's a time as a friend of mine I knew for a very long time. I knew both of them, her and the husband. And then so now these days I was just in my joking mood, and I call her Mrs. Nani. I'm here, wait,
Usijaribu.
Call me with my name.
I know.
Never seen her post him anywhere.
You've never seen?
Never.
Exactly. Those are people who married
Never.
wrong.
Not talking about him, never.
I know. And Jagger, at times I'm not even scared about divorce. I'm scared about marrying wrong. You see, like marrying the wrong person.
What do you want to get married to? What is your ideal man?
Really?
Yeah, what's your ideal man?
Are there ideal men really? And ideal women?
No, but you have a little bit of what you want.
I think I want a man who loves Christ and a man who is after God's own heart like David and a man who is kind. Kindness is what people forget, Chagero.
He might love God but doesn't love humans.
Like that pastor from Shakahola.
Yeah. There are people, in fact, for me, if I were to advise you, see, you are my younger sister, I can advise you. You know, I'm older than you by almost 10 years.
Yeah, you are. And I respect you for that.
Yeah. So I think this business of a man who loves God, you have to define a little bit of how he loves God, because there are men who claim to love Christ.
No, but when you love God, Jagero, sorry for interjecting you. When you love God, the scripture says you shall know them by their fruits. It's what you do. It is not what you say. And you're very right, by the way.
Why don't you just talk about the fruits instead of talking about loving God?
Okay, let me talk about the fruits.
I think let's just talk about the fruits.
Let me just talk about the fruits.
That ambiguity
okay, let me speak about let me speak about the fruits.
Yes.
A very kind person, not only to me, to every other person. You can't be kind to me only and very unkind to other people. I want a man who is selfless, not for me, for everyone. You know, there are selfish people in this life. Have you ever?
Mimi, I'm telling you, my dating history is dubious.
Jagero,
I know there is a Kikuyu girl that I tried dating. Gosh. Oh my God.
How was it?
She almost ate me alive. That one.
Why?
Why? She was selfish.
I know.
Hey, we went for a date. I was not having money.
And she
you see, I was having enough, but not a lot. So we went to this cheap places in town that are full of smoke. You know, where you buy ketchup. You know those places where you have to buy ketchup candle.
Yes, I know those
terrible places.
I used to eat there for like 30 bob chips.
Yeah. So we go there, and I buy chicken, and I buy everything else, chips. And I buy the coleslaw.
And she refuses to buy the ketchup.
She did not refuse. So I tell her, buy the ketchup. Do you have some money? We buy ketchup. And she changes Sora. You know, and then she goes down and buys the ketchup and comes up with it. I'm a fura. Alifura. Yeah.
Juu ya kununua ketchup.
Yes.
Oh no.
The ketchup was 10 bob each. And we ate mostly in silence. It bothered me good.
Oh my, did you ask her about it after it?
But that's not the only thing. Kufurasi. You know what she told me? That when that her money is what do you do? What is planned for to the T.
Wow.
She told me that her money is planned for to the T throughout the week.
So yours is not planned for.
And if I want her to buy ketchup, I need to tell her well in advance.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Ooh.
So I was like, shit. I felt really bad about it. That day did not go well as planned.
I know.
And then that was that. The other thing that happened was she was working. And I was doing a play, a stage play. By the way, we were both in church. Church down the road. Opposite Serena.
Yeah, as you're continuing, you know, church is a sick people. It's like a mental health facility where the sick people usually come for medication.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what people forget.
I think so. So we were doing this play, and we are selling tickets. Most of the time when you were doing church plays, mostly you sell tickets to your friends.
Yes.
People very close to you. They are the ones who should buy the ticket.
Yes.
In any case, it was drama, the drama ministry, preaching the God's word. So we were selling tickets, blah, 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 and everybody's selling to their girlfriends. They're selling the cast is selling to their girlfriends. You're selling to their family members. So she was sort of a girlfriend. And I offer her a ticket to buy. And then she buys a ticket. And then there were guys who were not able to afford tickets, like those small boys that were friends around us. Then she gets wind of it, that I gave free tickets to other folks. And she calls me on phone.
Oh, wow.
Very angry.
Oh, wow.
That she's just realized that some people were given free tickets by me.
And how is that a problem?
And
those are your
there I
friends.
was, not giving her a free ticket.
Oh, wow.
Haranguing her to buy a ticket. I was going to the bus stop. And I told her, we can talk later. So I got in the matatu. She kept calling. And I wasn't picking. And she was calling.
To fight you for
To fight me.
for not giving the ticket.
Yes. And I was going to church. I think it was during the weekdays. So I go to church and just sit there. There is, at All Saints Cathedral, there is this place called Jericho Wall. So it's a big block. You can get to All Saints Cathedral, a lot of people are sitting on it. Hey, I'm like, this thing is not working. So the following week, we got to town. And I don't know where we were going to do anyway, whether it was we were going for another chips and cuckoo. And then I told them, I don't want this relationship.
Oh, you broke up with her like that?
Yeah, I told her I don't think it's good for me.
And what did she say?
She didn't believe it.
Let me tell you, Jagero, I dated a selfish person. Selfish person who would tell me, don't give street children food. Kama nimebeba niende nyumbani. Selfish person who would tell me, kula kabla sister yako afike.
Sister mgani?
Mkubwa. Hadi ananiambia, kula, sitaki sister yangu tupate tukikula. Finish eating.
What was he doing? What was he? Really?
Yes. Alikuwa ananiambia, kula, sitaki sister yangu apate chakula, kula saa hizi maliza haraka. And he would sit there and tell me, finish eating.
And you were young and you just eat.
No, yeah, I'd eat. And then I'd feel so bad. Because, you know me, I'm used to sharing with my sisters. So I am wondering, how am I eating like this?
Where was this?
When I was in campus.
And where are you guys eating?
Even in town, like we would go meet, like to go to Nenda. I usually love these pizza pies from Pizza Inn.
Yeah.
So I'm having a pizza pie and then he tells me, finish before we meet with my sister. I don't want to buy her anything. I don't have money. And then after we're done with the sister, he would ask me, where can we go to eat tea? Where can we go to eat something else? Where can we go and have tea? He was so selfish. Ushesikia selfish. Adi alikuwa ananiambia, don't share anything with your roommates. Don't share anything with your...
was wrong?
Don't give them
What
your
was going-
buckets.
what was going on?
I don't know. He would tell me, don't give them your buckets. Don't share with them. I'd rather buy you 5 buckets and don't share with them.
Hey man, huyu jamaa alikuwa mchoyo kiasi gani?
Alafu, we used to buy food. You see the way utabuy food yako hapo na food yangu hapa?
Yeah.
He's going to bite my food. But do you know I can never bite his food? Nilikuwa naenda kuuma nafanya hivi. Kwa nini haukuitisha hii?
Hey, I think you're lying.
I swear now, Jagero. He used to pull his food and he used to get, and then he was some other short man there. So I think he had SMS, short man syndrome. I was wondering why you bitter with life. He never used to share anything.
He was
Jagero.
short?
Yes. And angry at life. I'm telling
Where
you.
was he getting his money?
Well, he comes from a well-off family. So he was okay. But I'm telling you, Jagero, he was a very nice person. But then alikuwa mtu mzuri because he'd buy me food. But do you know that food is only mine alone? And then when he would tell me, he would even, hata hili ni video call after amenibuyia food. Aniona nikikula hiyo chakula peke yangu. Nisishare. Yes.
Funny, how long ago was this?
When I was in campus and I was in Kenya Mass, like I'd put my phone there. Aniona nikikula. Alafu aniambia, okay babe, ndio aende.
What the hell?
I know.
How did you meet him in church?
No, I didn't meet him in church. Jagero, really now? I didn't meet him in church.
You're meeting all your men in church, except
Actually,
the
no.
crazy ones that you
Actually,
met
no.
on Cupid.
Actually, no. I have never met any guy I've dated in church. Not even one.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You should consider church.
I should, huh? I will start. I'll start considering church.
Yeah.
I'll start considering church. This one I met him through a friend of mine.
Do you usually go for men that you like? Like if you see this camera guy and Ali, and you like him, and you just go and say, by the way, I like you. Let's go have coffee.
I will, because it can never kill me. Jagger, if I like you, I like you. Imagine I'll talk to you.
Are you just telling me on this podcast table you are practicing it?
No, I'm practicing it out there, by the way. Imagine I'll tell you that I like you. We are going to go and see if we are going to vibe. And if we don't vibe, it is okay. I can't die. Kitambo used to be like, oh no, I have to wait. And no, you've said men are blind and then they'll never see the colors. And then I'll keep here being tormented, seeing you with other women. No, let me just tell you, I'll die with the shame. I'll take the shame later. And anyway, there's no shame in saying you like someone. Where is the shame? And who said that you cannot tell someone you like them? Are you going to die? No. Me, I'll tell you if I like you. Jagger, if I like you, I'll tell you by the way I like you.
Tell Rex. Where do you usually see him, by the way?
Oh, God.
Where do you usually see him? On Instagram?
On Instagram and on Facebook. I see him a lot. A lot of times.
And you die. Every time you die.
Hey, I'm telling you, because when he's dancing, I'm like, oh, Rex, carry me home.
Rex.
Oh, Rex, carry me home. Yes. And when he's cooking, he knows how to cook. He's constantly showing us. He's cooking.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful house.
Yeah.
On the mountain, Uko, what is it called? That place is called what? Banana.
Oh.
Yeah, where the internet, there is very good internet reception.
Oh, there's good internet reception.
Huko kwa mlima.
Ninafaa nihamie huko aki. Tukue neighbors.
Yeah.
Alafu nimwambia, oh God, we are neighbors. I didn't know.
Yeah, but that place there, no, you can't get a house there.
Why?
They have got leases.
For real?
Yeah, Kinarex have got leases for 5 years.
Oh, well, that's amazing. But those houses are nice. I usually see the view that it's therapeutic. It looks very nice.
Yeah, and he keeps changing his seats.
He keeps changing his seats. What is his problem?
Because he just wants everything nice every now and again.
Yeah, he likes fine things though. And I like the way he talks about his cars without hiding them, without fear of being judged or what people says. And he's very expressive. Me and him same what's up. Me, I'll tell you what I feel, what I think. You take it or leave it. It's okay.
You're a very good soul.
I am. Oh, thank you, Jagero. And my bad laughter that sat me down in a disciplinary to explain. I'm sorry, guys. It just got out.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's a very good one. I also have that kind of laugh, but not as yours.
Oh, do you? Wow. What about mine?
Yeah? Yours kuna pitch. Pitch ile inaenda juu kabisa.
Let me tell you, I usually laugh. When I go somewhere for a date with my sister, she tells me, please don't laugh.
Really?
She tells me,
when you go for a what?
when you go for a date, you know.
What date?
Like me and my sister usually go for dates. Like
Okay. And he tells you not to laugh.
no, we would like be in a very, very fancy place and people are laughing. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God.
And my sister will say something funny and she laughs. Wanaisha huku. And then me I laugh. And my sister is like, okay, so you behave. See the people are looking at us. And I'm like, me I can't laugh. You laugh from the heart.
Oh my God.
Yes, you laugh.
You've made my Saturday.
You laugh from the heart, Shagero. I know.
You've made my Saturday.
Oh, thank you. So have you for hosting me.
Yeah, it was really, really nice having. I've been chasing you around to come and.
I know I was not in a good mental space. I've told you. You see, when you are not in a good.
Tell me about this prison thing that you do.
Oh, this whole.
I've always wanted to go to the prisons.
You do?
And talk to them.
Let me tell you something.
And do a series.
I think it's very disturbing. I won't lie to you. Like, I'm still fixated on it.
But how do you get yourself going there? How do you go there?
You can go, if you want to go, you can do it as charity. Or for me, it was on educational purposes. Like, I'm still in school, I'm doing psychology. We'd like to understand how these people think. We'd like to see how these people operate. It's from that point. But you can still do it as charity.
But what are some of the hoops that you have to pass through that like the head of prison has to know?
Yes, you have to, like, for us to go there, we had to give them our medical covers. We had to give them our national IDs. They have to confirm with the school. Like, you can't just go like that. The processes are very, 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 very long. And then they allow you
to talk with them? How? The security will be standing there?
The security is usually standing here.
Where?
Everywhere you are going. That's a maximum security. You know what maximum security means? It means that, Jagero, you should never go out of hand from the security team. Like, the security team is always constantly behind them. Like, you cannot talk to a prisoner alone. The guards are there. They're surrounding you. There are like 1 million of them when you enter everywhere. You know, those places host those people who even eat people. Those people, yeah. The likes of Kina Onyancha are in those prisons. How then can they give you access to talk to Onyancha like that? You know, some of these people, they'll tell you.
But will Onyancha be able to? How do they talk to you guys?
Yeah, they do.
They tell you the entire story.
Well, let me tell you number one thing about those things. What I realized, not many of them are going to own up to what they did. Some of them will say, "I was framed," which is true, and some of them will never take responsibility for anything. I remember having this conversation with the prison warden, and he was telling me some of them are animals. They are beasts. They will lie to you. They'll tell you they did not kill, but they killed their mother, their father, their brother, their sister because of a shamba. For instance, let me give you a point. Let me even tell you now that I am out in the public eye. I'd want for the world to know this. 3 years ago, my mom's sister was killed.
Your mom's sister?
Yes. Yeah, my aunt.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
My aunt was killed 3 years ago. My aunt was killed. The people who killed her like an animal. Because she was, when we saw her, you will not have known the kind of murder that she was put through, or like the kind of torture she was put through, because she was just lying on the floor like a normal person. And we actually, for a split second, we thought she has died because of pressure. Until we saw bleeding kidogo hapa. And so they were like, no, this has to be something else. So automatically it was regarded as homicide. And we went, she was taken to KU, and so the postmortem was done the following day. And when the postmortem was done the following day, the people who killed her, her son included, because he confessed, and Jagero, the other people are still outside. They are still loitering. My aunt was choked. This bone was broken such that blood cannot come outside, because whoever killed them is a professional murderer. These are not tips I'm giving people. You choke someone, you break their bone, the damu cannot get out of the mouth. I use it anywhere. From here until the abdomen, she didn't have any bone. They were like 5 liters of blood between here and here. They had broken all her bones, all of them.
What do you mean? How did they break the bond?
This is what the son says when he stood in court. He said, one of the uncles, brother ya baba yake, now the in-laws to my aunt, alikuwa memlalia na mguu kwa kifua, and then the other one alikuwa nagonga mateke. So one, siyasha mgonga kichwa, they hit her on the head first, so she fell down, she became unconscious. So one is amemlalia, amekanyaga na mguu, and then these other two wanamgonga kwa mbavu. And then they told my cousin, come and finish killing your mother. We don't want you to say that we killed your mother alone. My stupid cousin came and he hit the mother. And that is how my aunt died. 72 years. Do you know why she was killed? Because of a shamba. Because they felt like aligawiwa shamba, a bigger share than them. So those are the people you find in jail, Jagero. And those people traumatize you. You become fixated to them. You keep wondering, like, what extent can make you, what is this that can make you go to that extent? Like, what is this that can make you actually kill someone? So even the entire time I was there, I was just looking at them and I was just wondering, and I'm still fixated till right now. I'm just wondering, like, how can you possibly kill? Like, you could see a guy kill the mother, the sister, the brother because of a shamba. You'd see another one, they defiled a child and they killed that child. You can see another one, they're just serial killers. They just kill women because they can kill women. Another one, we were shown, used to cut breasts, za mama, and just kill them and eat their livers.
Really?
Yeah, and they are there. So you just get fixated. At times, it's very, very hard. It's difficult, but it's traumatizing.
But most of them do not confess. They do not agree to having done that.
No, most of them don't agree. But now you see, in Kenya, if the evidence is beyond reasonable doubt, if your file says that you killed and it's beyond reasonable doubt.
The guys that killed your mom's
sister,
were they arrested and taken to jail?
No, they practice corruption. They are still at home. They are still loitering. By the way, we've never gotten a hearing in court. 3 years my cousin has been in remand. We've never gotten a hearing in court.
He has been in remand for 3 years?
For 3 years. This September 21st September is when they killed her. It's going to be 3 years. Since 2022, yeah. It's going to be 3 years. So
why is it not going to court?
Because the investigating officer was compromised. You see, the case begins from the IO. If the IO is not...
What is IO?
IO is investigating officer.
Okay.
If the IO does not present the case and present the evidence...
Who is basically the prosecutor that we see in TV?
Exactly. So what case is there to present? If Jagero, I withhold this bottle that was used to hit you, do you know the judge cannot be able to have a hearing or even proceed in court? What are they supposed to judge with?
So it is what I see on TV, the DA.
It's what you see, the DA now. Exactly now. The DA's office did not provide evidence, Evo. So this person cannot be prosecuted. Yeah, and probably very soon he's going to walk scot-free.
But then if you have a lawyer, so your cousin doesn't have a lawyer.
Unfortunately, for murder, even if you have a lawyer, they can never represent you. Your life does not belong to you, Jagero. It belongs to the state. So the case is the state versus Kennedy Ngugi. Kennedy Ngugi is my cousin. The state is pressing a case against Kennedy Ngugi.
But the state is not taking it for trial.
The state cannot take it.
So the lawyer for Kennedy can say that we need trial, we need acquittal.
Now, the lawyer for Kennedy is also compromised. Because you see, they know where the story is. Kennedy
has to remain.
Kennedy has to remain in jail.
Has to remain there.
And
because if Kennedy is presented in court, then it's a problem for the killers.
And now, Kennedy cannot be presented in court, really, because there is no evidence. So what can happen is the mentions that keep happening all the time, like the case versus the state and versus Kennedy Ngugi. That is what has been happening for the past 3 years. What happened before you take a case to court? There has to be evidence. Lazima kukue murder weapon. Hii ndio ilitumika kugonga Ann, ndio Ann akakufa. Bila hii weapon, unapeleka kesi ya Ann jikotini. Bila whatever was in the report from the IO, what are you taking to court?
They cannot change the investigating officer. Because if, for example, in the American system, if the DA...
Now that's the problem.
If the DA thinks that the investigating officer is compromised, then they can get another investigating officer. I see them on telly saying you are being taken off the case.
No, this is what happens if they change the investigating officer.
Yeah.
You get a mistrial. Do you know what is a mistrial? That guy walks scot-free. They start investigating again afresh. If they start investigating again afresh, remember, this person was told, kill your mother, we are going to give you 6 million after we sell the shamba. This person has already given that story in court, and he has never changed his story from the first day he was arrested till today. His story has always been constant. He went through the psychiatric test, he went through psychologists, everything, and he was declared to be of a sober mind. So this means he's going to be acquitted, he's going to be free outside, and then the investigation is going to start afresh. That is what happens when you call a mistrial. Everybody is innocent again until proven guilty. So you see, this person has already mentioned the names of these other people. Do you think this person can even live to see another day?
No.
They will kill him. They will kill him.
Does he have the 6 million?
Where is it? And he's in jail right now.
What happened to the shamba?
It is still there. It is now being in court. You see, now that's a place that cannot be sold. It's still under, it has a case court. It's still being contended for, so it can never be sold.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You want to ask me a question from the card?
No. That should be another podcast.
We should.
You don't take coffee?
No, I do take coffee.
Why did you decide not to take coffee?
I didn't want the aftertaste in my mouth.
You don't like the aftertaste of coffee?
No, I don't like the aftertaste in my mouth, in my tongue specifically. Usually don't get an aftertaste.
Coffee?
Yeah, even tea.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. So I usually take coffee and then have gum or a sweet.
I have gum.
Okay, then I'll take coffee. But I don't have to. Really, Jageru, I have water.
Thank you very much, people of the internet. It was really, really nice having you in this discussion. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Consider sending me money.
Yeah, they should send you money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You should send me money. Bye for now.